What's up, guys? Welcome to Neek, which stands for Nerd/Geek, and I've been very burnt out on the Arrowverse, but I wanted to give it one last try with the pilot episode of Superman and Lois, and it was surprisingly good. This is a new, interesting take on Superman. It feels familiar in certain ways about being in Smallville and having sort of a teenage character. It could sort of feel like the show Smallville or something, but sort of a twist on there because Superman is now a father and it's sort of he has his kids, so that makes for some new interesting dynamics. Lots of people say Superman's like a boring character or whatever because he can just he's just super strong in anything and doesn't have much weaknesses and stuff. And I don't really agree with that. I mean, there's a way to make Superman very boring, but physical sort of conflicts are only one side of things. You can have a character who's very physically strong, but he can still be a very flawed character and you can still explore different things. So even though he's a super powerful guy, he still has problems, still has things he needs to work with. And I think it also just makes it interesting, just being an alien here trying to hide. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with Superman, so I just don't get when people say Superman is a boring character. I just really like this portrayal of Superman by Tyler. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It might become one of possibly my favorite version, live action version of Superman. I think he just really fits the role as he feels very much like a 21st century Superman, but he still has those things that feels more like a classic Superman. He's sort of a mix of Henry Cavill and Christopher Reeve. If you sort of met in the middle, that's sort of what he is. So I really like him as Superman. And then also the look of this just looks very different from your normal CW show. It's filmed in a different aspect ratio, the more widescreen aspect ratio, which gives it this more cinematic feel. And even the cinematography does look better than these shows normally do look. The visual effects are also a lot better from what we've seen so far. I don't know if this does have a bigger budget. Maybe they're just using the budget well because it doesn't look like movie level, but it looks better than what these shows normally do. I can kind of compare it to Stargirl, and that actually I feel like this sort of has a similar sort of feel with Stargirl, and I really like Stargirl, so that kind of would make sense why I do like it. And then also the action. We don't get much action in it, but what they're able to do with the action with the visual effects, it does look pretty good. And this breaks away from all the Arrowverse stuff. This doesn't really feel like it's part of the Arrowverse at all. There's not really any mentions in even the way it sort of looks, I said, but also the way they write the scenes and that sort of things. It doesn't have this over melodramatic stuff that I really don't like. They do have a lot of drama, but I feel like it's more grounded drama, which I very much prefer. I really like how they handled all this sort of drama aspects on here, and even the fact that they don't hold on to should Superman tell his loved ones about his true identity. They don't span that over 5 seasons, and then when someone figures out they overreact and go totally crazy, and because that's what happens in almost all the shows. But yeah, I kind of hope this stays separate from the rest of the Arrowverse. I think it's going to cross over, but I don't think I like that. I don't think I want that, but maybe they can make it work. And yeah, I do now want to get into some spoiler thoughts for the episode. So if you haven't seen it, skip ahead to this time. So Jordan is obviously the one of Superman's kids that has superpowers. I kind of guessed that that's what it was going to be. I guess that they were going to make you think it was Jonathan, and then it was actually Jordan with the way they think set up. But I actually do think that is the right way to do things. I think it will make things with their brother dynamic really interesting stuff. And then also at the end with Lex Luthor, it looks like. So it looks like the villain guy is Lex Luthor. I'm really interested to see what all that is about, because he said he was from another planet. Was he lying, or what's going on there? Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what goes on there. Overall thoughts, I just thought it was a really good, solid start to the show that I definitely want to now continue watching. I feel like this won't be one of my favorite episodes of the show. I do hope it's not. I feel like if this is the best the show can be, then overall they'll be sort of disappointing. But I think it is a solid start to a show that I think can be really good. So that is my review for the pilot episode of Superman and Lois. Comment down below, what did you think about the episode if you have seen it? If you haven't, I actually go recommend checking it out if you're like a Superman fan, a DC fan, or just a superhero fan in general. Just check it out, I'd recommend it. But yeah, please like and subscribe, and keep watching Neek.